Hello, welcome, welcome, welcome. Hopefully, you can hear me, you can see me. If you're watching live, then please, please, please pop over and say hello and just give me a little thumbs up. And yes, I'm just going to have a quick look just to see before I carry on talking. Um, Yes, I'm there. Aha, perfect. All good. So, my name is Sarah Jane, and I'm here to talk about Etsy. So, Mel, when you've got a second, if you want to put my presentation up, and then I can carry on if that's okay. Perfect. Thank you, Mel. Right. Hello, hello, hello. So, as I said, my name is Sarah Jane, and I'm here to talk about the power of Etsy. Hello, Sarah. Hello, another Sarah. How to turn your passions into profit. So, hopefully, you are got a nice drink, cup of coffee, glass of wine. I know it's a Wednesday, but do what you need to do and sit down, have your notebook to write down any ideas that come up as we go through this process. If you have any questions, then please let me know. I can see the chat, so I can answer as I go. So give me an idea right at the start if you have an Etsy store, or if you don't, would you like one? What kind of thing would you be looking at? And then we can talk about that as we can go through. So I can give you some real life examples. So I am SJ the Etsy Queen, or professionally the Etsy entrepreneur. I've been on the um, I've been in the online space, get my words the right way around, for a little while now. And I took a little bit of a break because I was quite overwhelmed with the online world, corporate job, kids. I just moved house and I was going through kind of hormone changes, all these things are going on all at once. And I just needed a break from the online world. So I took about 6 months to 9 months out. And what I came to realize, what I discovered in this time is all the things that I've been doing up until that point in my day job, being a mum, kind of the coaching work that I was doing, I never saw a physical thing at the end of the day. I never saw kind of the product. It was going on. I was doing amazing. I was helping people. I was talking in groups like this on various topics, but I never saw a thing at the end of the day. And for some reason, I came to discover that I really needed to see a physical item at the end of my hard work. And after a bout of illness, I came across Etsy. I brought on Etsy many times, like you may have, and I didn't really think about selling on Etsy until I realised I could. And that realization came around my 40th birthday party. I'd purchased a Cricut machine, as every 40-year-old does. And if you don't know what a Cricut machine, go and Google it. It's basically the most amazing craft machine where you can cut. I'm looking to set up guides to educate ladies who have. Ah, fantastic! That's amazing. We'll talk about that as we go. So I brought this Cricut machine, and it can cut, it can print, it can foil, it can emboss, it can engrave, it can just practically do so many things. And for my 40th birthday, I went to town creating a Hawaiian themed birthday party, and I created endless flowers. I haven't got anything to show you actually. Usually I have them around, but I made these gorgeous, colourful, huge flowers, and I put them all around my house. And I kid you not, I spent hours and hours and hours cutting. Well, the machine did most of the hard work, but I spent most of the time gluing it. But what I come to realise is I enjoyed the buzz of creating something physical, having craft glue and just stickiness and just having these beautiful things around me at the end of the day. And it really lit a light bulb in my mind about, I think this is what I need. I think I need something physical to scratch that itch, to kind of give me that reward for the work that I do. So a few months later, excuse me, this always happens when I go live. I sneeze. Don't know why. A few months later, I discovered that I could sell my wares on Etsy and use the tools and equipment that I've brought for fun to actually make money, to actually turn the things that I like into profit. Because there's only so many flowers that a girl needs, and when it's not a birthday party or something special, creating flowers randomly and putting them around your house not only is not very practical, but it annoys the other half. So I wanted to turn all my creativity into something that I could sell, package it up lovely, and send it out via the postman and make money in return. So that's a little bit of my journey, a little bit of my background, just to tell you that. 1 second, let me just get my notes up. I seem to have lost my screen. Doo, doo, doo. 1 second. Apologies, I have lost something. I might find you in a minute. I will keep talking for now. My screen has just gone a bit funny. Give me a second. Audience window, StreamYard group presentation. Why isn't that coming up? I think it's hidden. Sorry. That is really annoying. Okay, right, let me click. So what is Etsy? So I'm assuming most people know what Etsy is all about. And if you don't, then go and Google it. It is amazing. It is an online platform. So most of us know about Amazon, eBay. They're kind of people that have been around for a while. But what's special and unique about Etsy is its ability to sell handmade, personalized goods. And the majority of what is on Etsy right now is absolutely stunning, handcrafted, unique items that are made in people's craft rooms, work rooms, artist rooms, studies like I've got here. And it's phenomenal what people create. It is absolutely amazing. Excuse me a minute, I just need to find the screen, otherwise I'm not going to be able to. Sorry, Mel, for some reason, my screen has gone bizarre. Right, don't panic, Sarah Jane. It's all good. Right, you want to? Oh, sorry.
Hello, I'm jumping on. Is there anything I can do to help? I saw that it was there and then it was gone again. So on the actual stream where I was adding it to, it's no longer there.
Yeah, and it's no longer in my Canva where I was. That's what was the problem. I was. I'm looking at my screen and I'm clicking through. That's because my desktop was the same picture as the one, and I'm thinking it's not clicking. Here we go. Sorry, everybody. This is a good show and tell on how to stay cool under pressure.
You've got it.
Right. Enter full screen mode. Okay. Got it. Here we are. Right. There we go. What is Etsy? So
right, Etsy I can't see it though. Hang on. I'm going to remove myself and I'm just going to go back to layout so that I can see it, okay? Because we can't see it on our screen here. So
there we go. Right. Can you see that now? Could you see a flower, please? Do you know what? I think somebody has binned them. Where are they? I can't see. Without going off and running through my office, I'm not going to be able to find them. Mel, could you change the layout, please? I have a digital item on Etsy store, but I've brought so many beautiful bespoke items. Yes, I mean digital stuff. I have lots and lots of digital stuff as well. There we go. Oh, that's why I didn't go wrong. Right, Mel, are you able to share my screen? No, I'm sharing my screen. Stop the layout. Sorry, this has gone badly wrong so far. Oh, Mel, right, my screen is sharing, but it needs to change the layout on StreamYard. Perfect. Thank you. Right, here we are. So yes, Etsy is American owned and its main focus is handmade, vintage, craft supplies even. And some of the numbers that you might be interested in when it comes to Etsy, the number of active buyers on Etsy is in the realm of 90 million people are buying on Etsy worldwide. Some people ship worldwide, some people just sell within their own countries. Me personally, I sell within the UK and Europe. And one thing I should have mentioned before is that I have 5 different Etsy stores, 4 of which are physical products, 1 is a digital product. My items range from personal wall art, printed wall art, which I print at home and post from home. I have personalised labels. So if you think about Mrs. Hinch, where she has, like, I don't know, hot chocolate, tea, coffee, cereal, rice, all these little labels, decors that you put onto canisters or plastic Tupperware, that sort of thing. I can print those from home. I have Posh Pick and Mix, which is another item, and I have naughty chocolate bars, which are my favourite. They're hilarious. Think of kind of emojis on chocolate bars to kind of give you rude sayings. And the other item is digital planners. So that's my 5 Etsy stores. But if you're interested in Etsy, it's good to know that there are over 90 million people buying on Etsy, with the average order from a customer, they're buying about $44. So when a customer comes onto Etsy and purchases an item, their average spend is about $44, which translates pretty much 1 for 1 these days, about 40 quid. So it's not bad. And if you were a seller on Etsy, you can expect, like, the average seller can make about £50,000. So it's not bad. I've just joined. Love these bits I've had from Etsy. Ah, fantastic. So yes, it is phenomenal what is actually possible. So if I want to share, just to give you an idea of the type of things that have been sold on Etsy, and where they rank. Now, there are tools out there that provide all this information. So when you start to sell on Etsy, I'm the lady to go to help you understand how to analyze the figures, analyze what's trending on Etsy, and how well people are doing. So for example, the number 1 seller worldwide on Etsy is Caitlin Minimalist, and they have done this Etsy store over 2 million sales, and they sell personalized jewelry, and they're absolutely smashing it. Number 2 is Planner Kate with nearly 2 million sales, and these people have been going a little while. And I think that's key to understanding this process. And it's part of my mission, is to help people understand how they can make money consistently, because I think a lot of what people are told when it comes to making money online is that it's an instant thing. Just put a few products up and you'll be raking it in. Well, that's not the case. A lot of these sellers, they've got to this place because they've been doing it consistently over a number of years. So Planner Kate has been going, her 10th year is next year, and she sells digital stickers and physical printed stickers, and it's brilliant. She's just consistent in what she does. She has a certain look, she has a brand, she has great customer service, and all these different things factor into her success on Etsy. Can we just check any comments? So that's number 1 and number 2. And then we look a little bit further down. The number 100 is, again, another sticker and stationery store. So if you're looking at this thinking, oh, I like stickers, I like stationery, maybe that's something that I could look into, then you can see it's quite evident that that is a good niche to get into. And just a random one, number 61 was Pixel Perfect Party, and they're doing digital party invitations, party goods. They're based in the UK, and they've done about 500,000. And I'm going to sneeze again. Oh, bloody hell. About 500,000 in sales. So different items, different stores, different countries, but just to show the numbers that are involved. Now, if you are currently on Etsy and you've maybe got 1 or 2 sales, or you look at it and think it's completely saturated, how on earth am I going to compete with Planner Kate with her 2 million sales, or Pixel Perfect Party with their 500? You can't look at Etsy like that. You need to look at your own business as you would if you're on the high street, if you're on like a physical brick and mortar store, and just focus on what you're doing and how you can be the best at what you do, and put time and energy in consistently, and you will be successful. And that formula is the same with anything that you do in life. But this just gives you a few examples of some successful businesses on Etsy. Excellent. Okay, so if I click through, so why should you sell on Etsy? I mean, what kind of products would you sell? I think, did Sarah, I'm looking to set up about educate ladies who have breast cancer. Okay. Mel's got a couple of products on there. So let me know. I went from total comparisonist mode and created a barrier for myself in a few weeks, and I thought, yes, please just do it. You can, in the product research stage of creating your Etsy store, you will see what people are doing. You will look at kind of their sales numbers. You'll see their products. You'll see their photography style. You'll see their branding and think, oh, I'll never be as good as that. But that isn't what we're looking at. We're looking at the methods and the strategies that they're using in order to make you just as successful. You think about it, when you look about the high street, nobody thinks, well, I'm not going to be a hairdresser. I'm not going to open up a hairdresser store. I'm not going to open up a Chinese. I'm not going to open up an estate agent. I'm not going to be the next gym instructor. You know, people have a business. They have something they connect with, something they're passionate about, and they just do it. They look at their strategy. They look at their branding. They look how they can be the best in their own area, doing their own thing. So let me know in the comments, whether you watch it now or watch it back later, some of the products that you think you could sell, and think about what people want. So what problems are you going to fix, or what problems are out there that you think your target audience have, and what products could you create that's going to help fix that problem? So some popular categories on Etsy, as we saw, the number one is jewelry, handmade ideally, and something that adds value. So maybe you're using sustainable materials, maybe you're recycling materials in order to create that jewelry. They're ways that you can stand out. Maybe you're selling digital downloads, and that's something that Mel was talking about. The products are coaching services. How can you turn your current business or the things that you do into bite-sized chunks that can be packaged up in such a way that people can easily download as individual products or as one big bundle as a digital download? That is completely and utterly possible. I've got a friend who wants to sell personalized merch on Etsy. She already does it, but wants to take it online. Etsy would be great for her. I'm sure it completely and utterly would. Absolutely. And I'd be more than happy to help there. So when it comes to setting up your store, a lot of people think just set up an account and there I'm done. But there's things that you need to consider if you want to take this seriously. If you want to make this a income in the future, it's quite easy to do as a side hustle, and that's what I did for a long time. I've just left my corporate job, my full-time corporate job, to focus on my Etsy stores and focus on my coaching business for Etsy. But this part, kind of the setting up and getting things going and the research, you could do this alongside whatever jobs or income that you earn at the moment. So when it comes to setting up your store, it's not a case of just going, I am going to create a store and I'm going to call it My Favorite Things. You really need to think about the branding associated with your store name and the niche that you are going to create products for. And when you create that store name, before you even type it into the computer, you need to go and check the socials, check all the handles out there: Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And part of your growth strategy, even if you're not ready for it now, is to think long term. And that would do you such a service, such a favor in the long term, is to think that way right from the start, and to think of a name that actually, what's the, is it Ronseal, the saying, does what it says on the tin? So many people create a name that has nothing to do with the business that they've created. Your store name is searchable by Etsy, and if they can match what you sell with your store name, not from an algorithm point of view, but also from a customer experience point of view, you're on a winner straight from the get-go. So think about what your name means and how it relates to the products that you want to sell, and is that name available on all the socials? It's key, even as a domain name, for later on. Maybe you want to create a website, a Shopify site, whatever platform you want to use, so you can drive traffic to that location in the future. So start to think about that in regards to how to create the perfect shop name, and then we want to start thinking about the products that we're going to sell. How are we going to photograph them? We need to make some samples. That's the best part of what I do, is that I get to make lots of naughty chocolate bars and then eat them afterwards. How are you going to do that? What equipment do you need? What props do you need? And then you need to build that into kind of your strategy right from the beginning. As I said, lots of people just go for it, create a store, and then sit back and go, oh, I don't have actually anything to photograph, or I don't know how to photograph. I don't know how to make my jewelry look the most amazing possible. I think it's amazing, but when I take a picture of it, that doesn't come across. So there's ways and strategies in order to make that all come to life right from the beginning when you create your store. And there's all things that you need to consider going forward. So I'm sure you've done this, and I'm sure you've had a look at Etsy or anywhere, Amazon, eBay, and you see those listings, don't you? And think either the photo just doesn't do anything, or your brain doesn't even register what you're looking at, and you scroll on by. It's such a fundamental thing. We buy with our eyes, and if you can make your product stand out in just a photo, it's such a skill, then you will make sales, you will convert sales on your Etsy stores. So think about that. Think about the titles, how you describe your items. So many people create listings that don't get across instantly in those first few words what it is that you're selling. But it's not necessarily being black and white, but you have to think about the emotive, like the emotions behind why people are buying what they're buying. Is it for a gift? Is it going to fix a problem? Is it kind of a treat? That sort of thing. So you need to think of the emotional words behind why you're creating what you're creating, and put those into your title, into your description. Again, these are all keywords, things that people might be typing into the search bar when they start looking on their Etsy, and you want your listing to kind of tick all those boxes, so the algorithm goes, I've got a customer over here, they really want this paint pot that's a beautiful shade of blue for their paintbrushes. I'm making stuff up now. And your listing's got all these keywords in, and the algorithm will lift it up and put it in front of the right people. So writing detailed and accurate descriptions and including different views, your product in use, your product at different angles, close up, far away, jewelry, somebody wearing it, earrings being worn, that sort of thing really makes a difference to how your products will convert and sell on Etsy. Again, optimizing the listing. So things like SEO keywords, you'll hear me say this, and please stop me if I don't make sense, or you're thinking, what does this mean? Keywords are like anchor points. They are descriptive words which the algorithm, which in essence is a piece of code, it's a piece of software that is set up to scan people's stores, scan people's description. It will scan photos, like a photo here. The algorithm will scan this photo and go, a picture of coloured pencils. Quite simple, quite easy for it to identify what it is. Another picture that's got coloured pencils that you're selling, but there's loads of other stuff in it and around it, and it's not quite clear, it will downscore that particular listing. So optimizing your photographs is really key. And alongside that, to kind of support that, is having optimized listings as well, with the keywords, clear descriptions, clear titles, and all those keywords sprinkled in very naturally and in a human way, that a person, when they look at your listing, connects with what you're selling. Lots of people write in a very robotic way. This is my set of coloured pencils that you can buy in lots of different shades, and they are 10 centimeters long, and they can be delivered to you in 3 days. You're like, okay, that's great. You need to juice it up. You need to sex up your description when it comes to my beautiful wooden colourful pencils will bring your artistic creations to life in these multiple shades of luscious blues and blushing pinks. I'm just spitballing, but you can get what I mean. It's kind of putting that kind of nice, sexy, juicy description in there so people go, oh, that sounds really good. I can imagine using those pencils. I can imagine creating artwork with these 100% organic, sustainably sourced and created, handmade, colourful pencils. It's just all those good words will help sell your products. Let me just check. Ah, good. Thank you, Mel. I'm glad you're enjoying it. So, if only it was that easy, hey? I mean, you think, I've opened an account, I've got a really good name, I know what I'm going to sell, I've got some great words that I'm going to use, I've got a good formula behind my titles, and I've got a good strategy behind my descriptions, I know how long it's going to take me to fulfill orders. But then you have to wear all the different hats in your business. And one of those hats is marketing your business. So yes, Etsy does have 90 million people actively buying on their platform, which is brilliant. What you can do as a business owner is help push traffic to your site organically. So this is marketing on social media, for example, like I'm doing here with you. Showing up on social media, putting your face to your business, putting your business out there, telling everybody the story behind your business, why you do what you do, how they can access your products, how your products are going to make their life better. TikTok is phenomenal for getting that message across. So Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok being the number one, I would say, when it comes to social media. And I'm sure if you're in business, then you'll be aware of email marketing, how that is a great asset, if not the main asset you should focus on when it comes to your business. Out of all the things out there, all these platforms that we use and utilize to sell our products, we don't actually have full control, full access on those platforms, do we? The only thing you do have access to is an email list. And when you work with Etsy, right from the start, which lots of people don't do, is you can start to collect email addresses from your customers. And there's a legit way of doing that that's compliant to their policies and procedures. So you'll see email addresses in your account. You are not allowed to kind of copy and paste them into your own private database. But what you can do is connect third-party tools to contact the seller and say, you've purchased from Sarah Jane Lewis, would you like to subscribe to a mailing list? And they can take that data for you. Or you can, and there's ways to do this, direct people to a landing page for a competition, giveaway, all these types of things to entice people to exchange their email addresses. So you can collect that and market to people outside of Etsy, because Etsy does charge you to be on their platform. But as much as it might be a pain to pay fees, you have access to all their active buyers. They are ready to buy something off Etsy. Providing you've got an optimized store, you will make sales. But collecting email addresses is a fantastic way to just help boost up those sales outside the platform and grab yourself back a little bit of extra profit at the same time. Perfect. So conscious that I'm talking. So depending on whether you have physical products or whether you have digital products, managing your orders, fulfilling your orders is a key part of the process. Granted, we are not Amazon and we cannot instantly make something and pack it and send it out within a few hours, but you can aim to be streamlined. You can aim to automate as much as possible. You can aim to over deliver and be the best at customer service and fulfillment. Again, another hat in your business. You are Mrs. Customer Service when it comes to Etsy sellers. And when you become popular and you are making lots of sales, you will get people reaching out and DMing you constantly, especially at times like Christmas and Valentine's Day, all those big celebrations. Your inbox is going to be full. So customer service is really key to ensuring that you get really great reviews, but also you get customers coming back and being loyal to you. That is one thing that I have done really well in my stores, is that I get a lot of repeat business because I go over and above. I take that Amazon type mindset of be the best possible, over deliver, be overly nice, give the best possible service, and people feel like they are getting lots from you and they feel special. So it's great to think about that aspect as well. So you are social media, you are customer service, you are fulfillment warehouse, you are product photographer, you are copywriter. All these different roles or all the different hats you have to wear when you have a Etsy store, but it's the same in lots of businesses. Oh, thank you, Alex. I'm impressed with me too. I absolutely love it. I really do, honestly. I've never, ever, ever in my entire life enjoyed anything as much as I do Etsy. And that sounds really geeky, but it's the truth. So yes, that is me. If you have any questions, then please feel free to ask. That was a whistle-top tour of Etsy, but what I have come to discover with doing this particular work, I've kind of got a formula that works, and I'm helping people kind of shortcut that. As I said right at the beginning, I went onto YouTube. I spent hours in a wormhole picking information, learning bits, and kind of formulating my own style, my own way of doing it. And it worked straight away. And what I come to realize is that people, one, they don't have the time, they don't have the comprehension to kind of know what to pull up and find all together. So what I've done, I've created a really simple course that gives you structure, and it's like no hold bars. I don't know, whatever that phrase is. I basically just tell you what to do and how to do it straight off, no bump, no waffle. Follow my screen step by step, do this, do this, do this, and why you're doing it. So you can launch a store, grow your store, and have a thriving business that allows you to make money alongside a day job, on top of your day job, and then hopefully, like me, replace that day job and you get to do it all the time and do fun things like this. So that is my aim and my strategy, just to help people be successful on Etsy. But if you want to reach out to me, please go and visit www.sj-lewis.com. On there, I have a completely free guide on how to launch your Etsy store. You do not need to give me your email address. Just go on there and you can have a look through, completely free. It's really comprehensive. And you can join my weekly email list, which I send an email every Saturday at 6 a.m, which allows you to have some advice and actionable tips to get you started on Etsy, or to help you get going and make your Etsy store successful. Yes, please. And yes, the course that I have available will be officially launching at the end of April, and it's currently 50% off, so only £75. After that, it will be £150, which is still a bargain. And if you join me on TikTok, I go live constantly where you can ask questions and I can help you. So yes, my course will be available, the Etsy shop blueprint, from the 30th of April, but grab it now for 50% off, and you'll have me on your computer screen step by step, click by click, on what to do. So yes, thank you, Mel. And I don't just talk about Etsy, I talk about how to get in the press, how to approach journalists, how to create a media bio, how to get your store out there beyond, or your business, get you kind of past, like beyond Etsy and beyond. So yes, it's all good. So Mel, that is me. Hopefully that was, sorry about the faux pas at the beginning. Brilliant. So that is me. So thank you very much for listening. If you have any questions, somebody's got a question. This is amazing. My partner, Mike Reed, has a very small business, handcraft leather, and from listening to this, he needs your help to help him jump from side hustle to main income. Definitely. I am really passionate about people that actually craft things themselves. Digital products are fantastic and you can make money. I've brought tons of digital products on Etsy. It's brilliant. But I do have a real soft spot for people that craft and make things by hand, because I think so much passion goes into that. And I just, in a day where, in a world, should I say, where we do have a lot of mass-produced goods, you can go onto Amazon, you can get things in bulk, can't you? It's not particularly special. I think to have something personalised and that's been made just for you, I think there's nothing better than that. Oh, thank you, Sarah. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, I'm really, really passionate about it. Hence, I can't get my words out quick enough because I want to tell you all of the stuff. But Etsy is so much fun, and hopefully you will have just as much joy and passion. And if you don't, then you're selling the wrong thing. We need to find you the right thing to sell if you don't love it. And I'm 100% sure that once you get going and your phone, Etsy's got this amazing thing. When you make a sale, they send you a little notification, but it goes ka-ching, 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 and it's phenomenal. Honestly, I've never been so happy. The weeks leading up to Christmas, my phone was going mental. By the end of it, the kids and Ian were like, just turn your phone off. But I was like, I'm making money. I was so happy. Honestly, I was absolutely over the moon. And I want to share that joy with other people because, I mean, why not? We need more joy in our lives. And if you can find passion in something like this, selling your goods on Etsy, give a little ka-ching, ka-ching, then yeah, it's all good and it brightens your day. So Mel, I'm done. If there's no more questions, then I will leave you to it. But please feel free to reach out to me in DMs, on TikTok, sign up to my email list. I only ever send one email a week, and that's got useful information for you to take action. Other than that, I want to hear this sound. Oh, it's amazing. Sometimes it goes off when I'm on lives, but I have learned to put my phone on mute, which is a bit sad because I get all the other notifications as well. But yes, you will do, and I'd love to find out more, Sarah, about what you want to sell. Fantastic. Oh, brilliant. Well, I'll let you all get on with your evenings, but thank you so much for coming today. Go and check out my website, and I will see you all on the other side. So, see you soon.